of the direct predecessors of Huzur Qudwatul-Awliya rahimahullah ta'ala. His grandfather, Sayyid Zahiruddin Abdul Rahman Ibn Sayyid Ali Naqib al-Ashraaf bi Baghdad, whose title, who was the grandfather of Huzur Qudwatul-Awliya rahimahullah ta'ala, and whose title was al-Mahaz. Sayyid Abdul Rahman al-Naqib al-Mahaz, which literally, the word al-Mahaz literally means something which is pure, and in classical Arabic it's used for milk which doesn't have anything mixed in it, pure milk, al-Mahaz. Sayyid Abdul Rahman al-Naqib's title was al-Mahaz because he was a Jilani from his father's side as well as his mother's side. Both were direct descendants of Huzur Ghaus-e Azam radiyallahu ta'ala. This chain of Huzur from Huzur Ghaus-e Azam rahimahullah ta'ala up until Huzur Qudwatul-Awliya, and this chain will continue till Imam Mahdi's time. And there will be individuals in this chain. There have been individuals in this chain. They will remain individuals in this chain till Imam Mahdi's time. This direct bloodline that of Huzur Ghaus-e Azam radiyallahu ta'ala, they will remain individuals in every time till Imam Mahdi's time, who will spread the fuyud, barakat, spiritual blessings of Ghaus-e Azam radiyallahu ta'ala in their time. Every time they will remain individuals from this blessed bloodline. I want to mention a few things which a lot of people may not be aware about the grandfather of Huzur Qudwatul-Awliya rahimahullah ta'ala, Sayyid Abdul Rahman al-Naqib. He lived in a time where one phase of his life is under the Ottoman rule. Then the Ottoman Empire came to an end. And the second phase of his life is when the British in 1917 captured Iraq, and then he became the first Prime Minister of Iraq, Sayyid Abdul Rahman al-Naqib. What I'm going to explain to you, two aspects, and even these two aspects require many hours to go into detail, but I'm going to attempt to summarize as much as possible that two things: how Sayyid Abdul Rahman al-Naqib became the Prime Minister of Iraq, and what was the first thing Sayyid Abdul Rahman al-Naqib rahimahullah ta'ala did when he became officially the first Prime Minister of Iraq. These two things I'm going to mention to you. Firstly, in the Ottoman Empire, Sayyid Abdul Rahman al-Naqib was in great favor because of his high piety, spirituality, vast knowledge. He was in the favor of the last several Salatin of the Ottoman Empire, especially Sultan Abdul Hamid al-Thani. He was in great favor because of his universal acceptance amongst the Muslims of that time. Then, unfortunately, there's a lot of history which I can't go into detail due to internal fitnas in the Ottoman Empire, external influences. The Ottoman Empire came to an end, outbreak of World War I. The British come, and in 1917, the British captured this region of Iraq, and they reached Baghdad, where Sayyid Abdul Rahman al-Naqib is sitting. They reached Baghdad, 1917. When they come to Baghdad, the British analyzed the situation there. After analyzing the situation, they realized that there's an individual, Sayyid Abdul Rahman al-Naqib, who has such respect amongst the people. People honor him and hold him in great esteem. Not only the people of his own Aqidah, the Sunni communities, but even the Shias hold him in high esteem. He's a universally accepted personality of this. You know, this is why there's an Arab poet who, whilst praising someone, he says, وَشَمَائِلُ شَهِدَ الْأَدُبُّ بِفَضْلِهَا. Praising someone, the Arabic poet, he says, this individual, he has certain traits, shama'il, unique, distinguished characteristics. شَهِدَ الْأَدُبُّ بِفَضْلِهَا. Even his enemy bore witness to the virtue of these traits. And then the Arab poet says, وَالْفَضْلُ مَا شَهِدَتْ بِهِ الْأَعْدَاءُ. True virtue is even when your enemies accept the virtue. That's true virtue. Sayyid Abdul Rahman and Naqib was one of those people. That even those who didn't agree with him in his Aqidah, they still honored him as the great personality. When the British in 1970, this is all documented history. I'm not telling you stories. I'm summarizing approximately nearly 24 great academic, authoritative research works done by renowned Arab and English historians of the last century. And I'm summarizing it. There's no time to go into details. When the British arrive, they witness this. Immediately they decide, this personality, we must offer him Mulukiyatul Iraq, make him the king of Iraq. They come, they say to Sayyid Abdul Rahman and Naqib, we are ruling here now, and we want to offer you to be king. This was the reply of the grandfather of our country. Ana Darwesh. They say, I am a Darwesh. I don't need to accept your offer of being a king of this dunya, of this land. My mansab as the Naib of Ghaus-e Azam is far greater than that. Go away.